Hello, and welcome to Beering in Mind Beer Reviews. Today we're going to start a three-part trip to Belgium, which may turn into a six-part trip depending, but we're going to look today at the first of three beers from the St-Feuillien Brewery in Belgium. And this is St-Feuillien Blonde, classified as a Belgian ale, strong pale Belgian ale, and it's a 7.5%er, and on Rate Beer this one has 672 ratings. The average is 3.47, very passable rating, 82% for all beers, and an 81 percentile for its style, again Belgian ale, strong pale. And St-Feuillien is not it's a Belgian ale, and they make what they call Abbey style ales. It is not a monastery. In fact, it's been owned by a single family, the Feuillienblonde family, for well over 100 years, since 1873. And apparently for a decade they lost control of it to the Duboc Corporation. But since 1998 they're back in control of their brewery. They make a blonde, a brune, and a triple. And we'll look at their triple later in another video. And triple are generally for rather sweet beers, and theirs is regarded as a very dry one. So we'll see how that is. The pronunciation of their name is rather hard, and there are some hilarious YouTube videos. I'll try to put a link to one of them in which various patrons are trying to pronounce the name of the brewery. And one finally gets it as close as possible, and the owner of the brewery is there to say, "You got it." So, but as close as I can approximate it, it's St-Feuillien. And anyway, I'll put the link and you can go on and see it. So they make these three main types of beers, and they also make more recently they made a Saison and an IPA as well. They call it Belgian Coast IPA, West Coast kind of thing. And they also make a Christmas beer called Cuvée de Noël, which I have never had, and I'm looking forward to having someday. Apparently it takes up nearly 10% of their annual production. It's that popular, so I'd really like to have that someday. But again, here we are with the Belgian ale, strong pale, which is St-Feuillien Blonde. Let's give this a go, shall we? I don't have quite the glass that they recommend for it. I'm using a Duvel glass, which is, Duvel of course is a strong blonde ale. The glass that they recommend is this. In any case, it does have a rather strong head. This is more than half head. You can see the carbonation just flying off the bottom, and I'm not sure if it's because of this glass or not. Duvel glasses have this D engraved in the bottom of them, and that really apparently sets the carbonation going right from the spot where you see it right there. So this is really taking off like a geyser, and the head is rather substantial, very thick, spongy, not leaving a lot of lace. Well, it is leaving some sloppy lace, but overall carbonation is rather extreme on this beer. I'm going to fill in a little bit more here in the middle. Okay, so it is a very bright sort of lemony gold color, and very firm white head. Aroma, estery, floral, quite yeasty, maybe a little citrus in there, yeah, and something like sweet cookie crumbs, all crumbled up, light fruitiness. So a very decent, fairly complex nose. tangy peach. Very subtle, grassy sort of hops. This is almost emulating Duvel, but the hops in Duvel are much more, stand out much more. Citrus, some kind of graininess. Yeah, and the Belgian yeast is in the palate throughout, so it's constant in there. I assume this does have some sugar in it, added sugar, and also ascorbic acid apparently. The palate is kind of medium. The carbonation is a little bit rough on the tongue, but not what you would expect from this. Okay, it's not quite scouring the tongue. In any case, this beer I think is close in warmth and smoothness to Duvel, without the complexity that beer has. It's very solid. I think you would enjoy this beer if you happen to find it. I found this at the Yamaya shops in Japan, and I think you can probably find it in many places throughout the world. And so they list several languages on the label here, so I assume this is exported to quite a few places in the world here. Again, St-Feuillien Belgian Blonde Ale. Give it a go and let me know what you think. Okay, leave a comment, and I hope you will subscribe to the channel. We'll be doing more beers almost on a day-by-day basis, and we'll be exploring especially Japanese beers, but also other things like good Belgian beers as well. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.